get that started. Cool. It's been a while since I posted on here. I feel like I'm never consistent with this channel. Regardless, it's more so for documentation. Ideally, eventually, once stuff starts to pick up, I'll post a lot more. But purpose of this video, if you couldn't tell by the title, is going to be 2025 recap, 2026. What's the plan? What's going to happen? Without wasting any time, let's get right into it. Starting with current status. This year, with the acquisition of our third property, I became a millionaire. I have a total net worth of around 1.1 million. It's a little bit over that, but I officially hit a millionaire status by 24. Yep, I hit it before my birthday, which was exciting. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. It's only up from here. It's only further and further up the ladder. So next on the menu is properties owned. So current status of the portfolio is going to be 3 properties in total, 2 of them being duplexes, 1 of them being a townhouse, as well as a 4th on the way. Fingers crossed, early January we'll be closing on a property in Florida. We're working with another investor. It's a 50-50 split. The property's around, we're getting it for around $400,000. Not sure what the valuation is because we're paying it in cash, so we don't need to go through a bank. 50-50 split, 200 up on our end, 200 up on their end. That's without closing costs, obviously. But in terms of profit split, or I should say the cash flow split, it's going to be 50-50 as well. It's already rented out, and the total is coming out to $4,000. I believe it's a 4-bedroom, 2-bath, or 1.5 bath. I have to double check. That's where that's going. So we're going to be getting $2,000 from that. Maintenance is going to be fairly low since we're just really investing in it, and the management side our partners are going to take care of. So that's kind of nice. It's a little 200,000 boost to our net worth, portfolio net worth, as well as $2,000 free every month, quote unquote free every month. So eventually maybe we'll be bought out, maybe we'll buy them out, whatever, still TBD, but as of right now, fairly happy with the transaction. So goals that were achieved and weren't achieved for 2025. 1 being purchasing another rental property, achieved with Kirkwood. 2, reaching a net worth of $800,000. We blew that out the park with about $300,000. We got 1.1 million. Great. Another one being practicing a skill twice a week, mainly a physical activity, that being boxing, kickboxing, running. That was good at the very beginning where I was training for a half marathon, but then died down very quickly after the half marathon was finished. So I marked that one as incomplete. Next one being teaching myself a different language. I'm gonna write that one as incomplete as well. I didn't even give it thought, unfortunately. I think I had different priorities at the time, and that one just kind of got lost. So marking that one as incomplete. So 2 for 2. I'll call that 50-50 win. I'm not gonna really say I did much this year, unfortunately, even though I hit a pretty big milestones. I'm not gonna say I feel completed this year, only because 1, I broke my drinking rule. I usually do first 6 months of every year sober, just so I can focus and really get the year started properly. I broke that in March, so there's that. As well as isolating from social media. I wanted to do 3 to 6 months. I broke that in March, which sure, you can argue that that is 3 months, but ideally I would like to push myself for a little bit longer. So I would say this year, not to say that no progress was made, but I think there could have been more progress if I was focused a little bit more. Everything else is where it should be. Next, we have future status, next year's goals, as well as the plan with the business. Getting right into it. We have our non-negotiables, 1 being no drinking for the first 6 months. Like I said, I try to do that for every year. Next is going to be journaling every day without missing a single day. Unfortunately, this year I did miss a lot of journaling. I took a massive gap, which I don't know. I like to journal a lot, but for some reason this year I kind of just felt lazy and I didn't. So I want to get back into that, and I want to make the exception to never miss a day, because before I would allow myself to miss at least 1 day, but 2, then it becomes the snowball. So the maximum amount of days that I would allow myself to miss is 1. This coming 2026, I don't want to miss a single one, and I'm going to hold that to myself very strictly. And then finally, the last one is going to be read any amount every single day. I find myself that if I constrict myself to a time of whether that's 30 minutes, 15 minutes of reading, it's something that I know I can't keep a commitment towards due to the variables in my schedule, whether that be I'm going out one day for business meeting, or I'm getting lunch with my realtor, or I'm staying late for work, or I'm just working late, whatever it is. I find that if I just can read any amount, some sort of consistency is better than nothing at all. With that being said, whether that's a page or whether that's the entire book, as long as I read something, I am okay. Those are the 3 non-negotiables. No matter what I do, no matter if I don't do a single piece of work throughout the entirety of the day, as long as I hit those 3, completely fine. That's it for that. Now getting into the actual goals. So the first goal, being the most important in my eyes, is going to be getting White Wing to a revenue of $210,000. I do think with some owner funding from myself and my current W-2, as well as help with investors and purchasing properties and stuff like that, and just the way the business is growing, I know for a fact I can get $210,000. My 5-year projection is currently rated at around 196,000. I want to beat that goal. I'm really confident in that I will hit that goal, if not surpass it. Maybe by a couple thousand, not by too much, but I know I will hit that goal nonetheless. So that's the first one. That's personally the most important to me, regardless of any of these other ones. Next one being, I'm fat as fuck. I am 5'10", sitting at 180 pounds. I want to go back to what I was 2 years ago, sitting at around 170. I've always had a goal of sitting at 165. So this coming year, I want to sit at 165 within the first 6 months and then maintain that weight throughout the rest of the year. That'll be a nice little challenge physically, because I always like to do some sort of physical challenge. That's the second one. Third one is focusing my time and energy into social media. Other than this page, I have another page called Sleeps. That's SLEEPZZZ. And that is a car page. I am a car fanatic. I love cars. I race cars. With that, I want to grow that page to around 300 subscribers by the end of the year. I think it's very doable. I think the biggest issue there is my consistency. The hardest part is going to be this winter season because there is no content to post. So we'll see how it turns out. But regardless, nonetheless, I want that channel to be at 300. Honestly, with that, I'm probably going to post a lot more consistently on here. Whether that's just me talking to the camera, very boring, very plain Jane, or I'm going to go on house tours, go on business meetings, go show Philadelphia, whatever it is. I want to post on here a little bit more consistently. Then 9 times out of 10, I think it's just going to be me ranting, but that's all right. So that's the next goal. And then last but not least, outside the gym and outside of fitness in general, I train in Muay Thai / kickboxing. I've been doing it for about a year and a half, very on and off. This coming year, I want to do an MDL, which is a Muay Thai developmental, I don't know what the L stands for, but I think it's like learning or something like that, or league possibly. I think it's league. I want to do something like that, and essentially that's just like a very low stakes competition. It could vary from being super light contact to, let's knock each other out, something along those lines. So I want to be able to do that. And more specifically, I want to win my first MDL within the year. So no matter how many times I have to do it, I want to at least win one this year. That goes kind of hand in hand with the whole 165-pound weight goal. We'll see how it progresses. We'll see how it goes. I think it'll be fun. It's usually every few months. And obviously, these are the 4 goals that I am striving to achieve. So I'm obviously going to post them here. I'm going to do my best to keep myself on track, as well as keep everyone here watching updated on them, because I think it would be fun. I think it'll be a great journey. Last thing I want to talk about is 5-year projection plan for White Wing Investments. So White Wing Investments is going through a rebrand. It's not going to be a property management company anymore, but more so it's going to be an investment company. So we're going to hold different businesses within the company. That follows along with the 5-year projection plan, because this coming 2026 is going to be heavy on building cash flow, building reserves, and being able to buy something massive in 2027. 2027, I want to purchase some 6 to 8 unit property, or even delve into commercial, or get possibly a business. That one I'm not too keen on, only because I am still a W-2 employee. I would ideally like some more experience in that W-2 position before jumping the gun. And then from there, 2028, same ordeal, saving up cash for reserves, saving up for something massive, something big in 2029. And ideally, 2029 is where I would purchase some sort of business. Have it run, have it managed, whether that's by me or whether we outsource that. Regardless, that's where the big move will be. And then by 2030, in my forefront is going to be a year where it's about stabilization. It's about figuring out what's in the portfolio, what's sucking in the portfolio, how can we optimize it to be good and cash flow, and what can we do for this business right now and how to improve it for the next 5 years. Ideally, by 2030, I want to be able to bring in a revenue of $500,000. Net income, $500,000 across the board. It's a goal. Right now, my 5-year projection at the moment is sitting around high 300s. I think it's like 360 or 380, something like that. There's obviously few outliers that are in there, and those numbers are very conservative. But regardless, that's the 5-year projection. Not much else to say there. That's really all that I have today. I know it's been a while since I posted on here. I have a bunch of more videos that I need to post that will be completely out of order due to me posting this and then all the other stuff later. So that will be very, very old stuff, but I'm going to be a lot more consistent, ideally, fingers crossed, on this channel. I know it's up to me to post regularly, so I'm gonna do my best to do that. Thank you guys for watching, and I wish you nothing but the best. Goodbye.